Greetings. Welcome. Thank you for watching and joining. I just want to give my apologies in advance because you guys are going to hear some background. I'm in the dining room. My son is doing the dishes at the same time. And you may very well hear some background noise from outside. You may hear wind. You may hear trees and birds and all sorts of things. So it's not going to be super peaceful and quiet. But I did put a little note in the chat that says I won't be able to see the screen during the chat because of the angle. Sometimes I come on here and I do the lives to interact with you guys. And then other times I come on here because during lives are much easier than trying to record, save, upload. It takes a lot of data. And so it's just a lot smoother. You can instantly have that video versus waiting. And since today is the day of the full moon in Scorpio, this super pink full moon, I wanted to get this out before too late. It's never too late, but I just felt the earlier the better because I do have all of my own things that I plan to do with this whole full moon. I do have an appointment to be with this circle, this full moon circle meditation group. So I'll be doing that later on top of all of my prep work that I have to do for myself, with the crystals, cleaning them, getting the jars of water, getting myself ready for tonight. So I really wanted to come on while I had the opportunity to do so. And so much I want to say. The reason why this reading is entitled as it is, and it's a couple of things I've been listening to the last few days that really pointed to the importance of this. And I'll just share a piece of before we do all that, before we get into all of that, let's just take a breath. I do have my green smoothie here. I'm going to sip on. Let's get comfortable and cozy, and we'll do our affirmations, and then I'll start discussing everything that kind of led up to this, okay? Very powerful revelations that have come through that I feel is going to help us all, or has the potential to help us all in areas where we feel like, okay, I've been studying, I've been doing the work, I've been doing this, I've been doing that, blah, blah, blah. What's up? And so it's these little pieces of information. I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait to share it because I'm like, oh, it's so simple. Yet we bypass it all the time because we're so driven. The way our program is wired, the way society is wired, we're so driven, never mind. Anyway, okay. Let's do our affirmations. All right. Oh, sorry. Place your left hand over your heart and place your right hand over your left hand. Take some deep breaths in and out and relax. I am beautiful. I am blissful. I am bountiful. I am blooming. I am beautiful. I am blissful. I am bountiful. I am blooming. We are beautiful. We are blissful. We are bountiful. We are blooming. We are beautiful. We are blissful. We are bountiful. We are blooming. And indeed we are. So it is. So let it be. All right, let's get into our other affirmations, and I'll try to read through these as quickly as possible as to get into the reading that I just know is going to be so beneficial for those who seeks it, All right. I say yes to the body. I nourish myself in healthy ways. I am nourished on all levels, on the emotional, energetic, spiritual, mental, and physical planes. I free myself from poisons. I cleanse myself of any poisons in my life, thoughts, emotions, energies, memories, chemical substances, metals, and life situations. My body is healthy. I am free from infections, allergies, and deficiencies. My organs are in harmony. My breath is free. My body is in balance. I say yes to honesty. I am ready to communicate honestly. I say what I think and feel regardless of the consequences. I live authentically. I am worth creating my life, myself, in honesty and staying true to my values. I let go of making compromises. When I make compromises, I lie to myself. I am honest with myself. I say yes to change. I am ready to change. I'm ready to change everything, to live a healthy and a happy life. I am in the now. I am grateful for all experiences. I integrate them, letting go of the past. I am worth it. I am worth feeling fine, being healthy and successful, and enjoying my life. I regain my life energy. I use my entire energy for my joy and bliss, for my life's purpose, and I stop destroying myself. I live my creative potential. Creativity flows through me and fills me with joy. I am in the flow. I trust. I am being taken care of. Everything that I need is in me, and it's manifested at the right time. All of my experiences are important steps in my growth process. I love and I am loved. I say yes to love. I see the lovable core in being, every human being, and let others see this lovable core in me. I love what I was, what I am, and what I will be. There are no mistakes, just experiences. I open my heart. I am ready to open my heart and give up my protection of it. I'm ready to give and to receive love. I say yes to myself. I am Brandy. I am blooming. I am living my life and not somebody else's. My energy field is clear. I am free of foreign energies, manipulations, and dependencies. I am free from wanting to manipulate others and being manipulated by others. I am happy. I breathe freely. My eyes are shining. I dance through life. So high, and so it is, and so let it be. All right. Now let's get us a spiritual ass F affirmation. Well, it's not even an affirmation. It's more like practical life guidance type vibe, what I get from it. It's the no nonsense kind of energy. It's the say it as it is. You know what I'm saying? And I love that because I feel like sometimes we're sugaring things down too much in the name of, trying to be kosher, in the name of trying to be professional and polished, in the name of trying to not offend. You know what I mean? But sometimes we need to get raw. Get raw. I'm not saying we shouldn't be respectful, but who determines what that is? Because to somebody, disrespect is somebody saying the damn word. You know what I mean? So I feel like we just got to be free to be ourselves at the end of the day. Okay, let's see. Let's see. For the collective, please. Regarding this reading, neutrality, the importance of getting into neutrality during this full moon, the reason, what's affecting the current state of frequency right now that the collective is holding, that they have a goal in terms of their frequency. There are many people who are wanting to raise their vibration, many people wanting to change their frequency, and some people are saying, I'm trying to raise my vibration, I'm trying to raise my vibration. What's currently affecting the vibration that they're currently in that they don't want to be in? So we need to get something on that. And then what the goal is, and then what's going to be that guidance in terms of getting into neutrality first. Because when we try to raise the frequency and vibration from a low state, we're just going to amplify the low frequency. We're going to amplify whatever's negative. We're going to amplify whatever we are currently holding. Hence, why neutrality is important. All right, let's do this. All right. Spiritual as F. What's going on with the collective? What do you guys got to say? Light team. Please and thank you. I'm sorry if you guys can't see. I'm going to try to see if I can do it where you can see some of it, but I know you can hear it. Please and thank you. One card. Got two. All right. What do we have? Interesting. See, okay. You got integrity is the new black. And then then we got feel your fucking feelings. I've been saying this. You guys have probably hear me saying this a lot. But let's see what they're saying. So integrity is the new black. Integrity means having your actions match your values. Most of the time, integrity takes a lot of not doing, not smacking people, not yelling at people, not talking shit, not stealing stuff, not lying, not littering, and not eating your roommate's last gluten-free, soy-free vegan pizza roll. When the temptation is strong to do the bad thing, sometimes it helps to write down the good thing and put it in your back pocket. It's hard to justify smacking someone when you have your ass pressed up against the word compassion. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is funny. It's almost like wow. It's almost like we have polar cards here. One is saying feel your fucking feelings, and this one's kind of saying, not doing stuff, like getting into neutral, basically. But when we're reminded about our integrity and our values, like she said, it's pressing in your back pocket that says be compassionate. When you are reminded of that, it is hard to just do that bad thing, slap that person, like she said. Oh God, I can relate to that. I probably got a nice little hefty list of that, but but it ain't bad with the feelings. The good thing is you didn't slap them. You know what I'm saying? Or blow up their house, or woo, Lord. Okay. So integrity. So integrity involves a lot of restraint. And I don't even want to use that word. I want to say a lot of it takes, it's the word I'm looking for. If you have a tendency to be fast and loose with things, if you're a person that's more inclined towards cussing people the fuck out, if you're a person that's more inclined towards, you know what I'm saying? Like she said in the thing, what's easy for you to do, but it's not always the best thing to do, right? It takes character. Like she said, it takes integrity to call yourself on your own shit. It really does. It takes integrity to go, wait a minute. Not that you're giving these people the green light or the pass to be assholes or whatever they are, or whatever the case may be, is that you're recognizing your character and saying, okay, I ain't got to do that. Let me just stay in my integrity. What I say my values are, what I'm always claiming my values are, right? Let me just go and let it go. Keep it pushing. However, what I want to say is with feel your fucking feelings, I feel like this is equally important because sometimes we are practicing that integrity. But practicing your integrity does not mean you deny what you feel. It doesn't mean that you don't give yourself space and room to actually sit with what you feel, okay? So that you can process it and allow the energy to move rather than pretending and sweeping the energy under the rug because after all, I'm trying to hold integrity. That's not what it's about. Holding integrity means not taking any action from a lower vibration. Doesn't mean you don't feel what you feel, right? Okay, so feel your fucking feelings. It says this. Set a timer for 30 minutes and give yourself full permission to feel, hear it out. She didn't say to say. Listen close. She didn't say to say. She said to feel, which means you got to tap into you, your body. Whatever it is that you've been avoiding. Organize your sock drawer while you cry or seethe or get jiggy with some hardcore self-pity. Then when the time is up, the timer goes off, get off your ass and do something constructive. Your big little sweetheart of a heart will thank you later. So basically that's saying, give yourself permission, set intention and set a timer if it helps so that you don't go down the wormhole and rabbit hole of incessant self-loathing or incessant wallowing, right? You give yourself a timer and say, okay, non-structured. I'm not going to censor it. I'm not going to edit it. Right. I'm not going to, try to feel my feelings the way I think they need to be felt. You're just going to go with it. Right. And then after that, breathe deeply and release. And it's an energy release in a healthy, constructive way versus the way we are used to dealing with things that we don't want to feel. Okay. Feelings aren't bad. They're not good. They're feelings. They're energy and motion. Okay. And giving ourselves that permission, it helps to release. The title of this reading is this oracle reading. It's not going to be tarot. It's going to be straight oracle. Is we have to release before we rise. We have to release before we rise. And the reason why that is first of all, there's a lot of resistance. If you can think of this example of somebody trying to climb a mountain and they got truckloads of baggages on their back, how hard is that going to be? How long is it going to take them? Right? And in some cases, causing a lot of damage because they can't really carry it, but yet they're still trying to rise. Right? And as they rise, what are they rising with? They're rising with all the baggage that they had. right? So they're increasing, but they're increasing with that baggage as well. So I was listening to something the other day, and they were talking about the popular rave right now. I want to raise my vibration, raise my vibration, raise, but not getting to the core of what's driving us to want to do that anyway. And typically it's because we feel crummy. Typically it's because we feel crappy. Typically because we feel like we've just continued to manifest the same crappy shit, right? But if while you're trying to raise your vibration, let's say if you're practicing something and you want to raise your vibration, if you're still holding negative frequency or low frequency, basal, low ego, fear-based energies or vibrations, and you're not dealing with the core of why that vibration is there in your energy field or in your body and in your emotions, you're just going to raise anger, for an example. You're going to raise fear. You're going to raise anxiety, whatever it is that you currently feel is prevailing. If you don't deal with that, you're just going to increase that. Neutrality is a 0 point. Getting into neutrality is where we're letting go. It's a more letting go and just being kind of energy, right? Neutrality, 0 point, neutral, right? And if you think about it in terms of old school driving, many of you may not know about this, but because most folks don't drive these cars no more, but there used to be like stick shifts or what they call manual speed vehicles. And there's a gear, it's called neutral. And when you drive, you have to constantly go into neutral before you shift gears. If you didn't do that, it was going to cause like a jerk or some kind of eruption of sorts. They said like the car would stall. Like if you try to just quickly shift into the next gear, but you didn't go neutral, right? So think of neutrality like a stabilizer. And from there, you can then ascend. You can ascend because now you've gotten what? Stable, a stabilizer. So if you feel like you are all over the place in your emotions, if you feel like you feel crummy, if you feel like, even though we're not our emotions are there though. And they usually get lodged when we bypass, when we're numbing out, when we're running, when we're denying, when we're lying, when we're hiding, when we're pretending, when we're blah, 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 blah. Because after all, I want to raise my vibration. I want to raise my vibration. Well, neutral. Let's give ourselves some space to first. That's the first step. Step 1, feel your fucking feelings, like she said. Feel your fucking feelings. Stop denying them. Stop pretending. You don't have to broadcast it to the world. It's not saying that you need to tell everyone on earth, but get with you. Feel your feelings. That's step 1. Okay. Then as you do that, you'll be able to release. Now you're coming into neutral. Get grounded. Get still. From the neutral point, raise the frequency. Raise the vibration. Okay. All right. So enough of that. Yeah, enough of that. But remember, do that. All right. It'll bless your life. Okay. Moving on. Woo-hoo. So I'm going to pull 3 cosmic ascension cards. Okay. This is going to be different. 3 cosmic ascension cards. The first one is going to be, the second one is going to be what the desired goal is, right? In terms of what's going to help you with getting to this neutrality. And then the third one is going to be the advice for you to assist you with that goal. And we'll put some other oracle layers on there to assist. And in the end, we'll get a chakra card with an affirmation, as well as a healing energy oracle to help you to kind of step into it quickly. Okay. All right, let's see. And the Cosmic Conscious Ascension deck has light language codes on it. So if you gaze at it softly, even though your conscious 3D mind may not be aware, your soul is. Okay? So it's going into your energy fields and your subconscious to assist in that way. Okay? If it resonates with you, if you're into that. If not, you ain't even got to worry about it. Because your higher self is not going to permit it. Okay? All right. All right, light team. I evoke the violet fire around me, in me, through me. Ask my light team, empower animals, goddesses, ascended masters, archangels, power animals, galactic family to please surround my energy, ground me into Gaia here through my root. I call in shields and buffers in my energy field as well as this reading. Bloom from within love, YouTube, the subscribers and viewers. In the name of love, in accordance with our higher intelligence, our higher heart, and the greatest good of all, and for all. Violet fire. Truth and clarity. The collective. What is affecting their frequency? Their current state in which they desire to shift. Please and thank you. What's affecting their frequency? Ooh, this is gonna be good. All right, what's the desired goal? Please and thank you. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna share this in a minute. What will assist the collective in getting into a state of neutrality? Based on the first two cards, what will assist the collective with getting into neutrality as quickly as possible? Least resistance and less invasive. Okay. Wow, I couldn't have chose it better. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh. Okay. So I'll show you guys the cards here in a second. So current in your energy is spiritual disillusionment. We're going to talk about it, so don't panic. Okay. Orions are going to step in with this to assist you in releasing spiritual disillusionment. Okay. Because some of you are going to say, what does she mean? So I'm going to talk about it briefly. Okay. Then the goal, oddly enough, it says victimhood. Orions are going to assist with that as well, with releasing victimhood. So the goal is to get out of victimhood, basically, out of the energy, the belief system, the mindset of victimhood. Okay. Because it's an energy. It's a frequency. It's a template. And the advice is courage from Sirius. They're going to assist with initiating courage, right, in your current energy state. Courage to get into neutrality. to release spiritual disillusionment and victimhood. At the bottom of the deck, we have uniqueness. And this is powerful to me because I think this is like, in a nutshell, wrapping it up, embracing that uniqueness about who you are, right? The Palladians are assisting with expansion, expanding your understanding of your uniqueness and of its value. Okay, so to me, that's powerful. Releasing anger. I knew that was going to come up. Orion is here. So currently, you guys have some deep-seated anger that may be suppressed. That's why the card said, feel your feelings. Okay. Anyway, let me get into that for you guys as quickly as I can here. So, spiritual disillusionment. Let's talk about it. Because I already know, I'm like, that's such a broad statement. And if you haven't been on this journey very long, you may not get, what that's about. So give me one moment here. 1 second. I'm going to actually pull out the book for it. So I can, I'm going to pull the card up. I want you guys to take a gaze out at that. What the hell? At it. Okay. That's the light code that you're looking at. So you can screenshot this or go back later and look at it, or so that maybe when you're doing your own meditation, whatever, you just take a soft gaze. You ain't got to stare at it, but just kind of breathe and take a gaze at it. It's coded, okay? It holds an energy, it holds a frequency to assist with releasing or neutralizing or alchemizing spiritual disillusionment, which basically has to do with spiritual belief systems that are faulty. Okay, so let's see here. Let's talk about it. She says here in the book, I release. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. I am the divine universe in human form. I am the divine universe in human form. One more time. I am the divine universe in human form. There are many forms of spiritual disillusionment. When you are not feeling harmony with the process of life, you are experiencing a form of spiritual disillusionment. Your true spiritual nature is divine, powerful, creative, loving, and wise. Any lack within these qualities triggers separation within the self. The Orions discovered that separation can be a wound, or it can be a focus for healing that strengthens compassion and awareness. Spiritual truth supports your understanding that you are divine, just as all others are divine. It helps you release the fear of time, death of the body, or a moment of pain, for truth is infinite and love never dies. You are the catalyst that transforms all life, including yourself. It is your spiritual nature, your divinity, that transforms with love. This card is asking you to release any fear of pain, death, and the influence of others over you. Good. I'm gonna say this again. This card is asking you to release any fear of pain, death, and the influence of others over you. You are asked to release any idea of yourself as less than perfect and less than powerful in the grace of love. You are asked to embrace life as it is in this moment and see your potential to improve it with your flow of love in all of its forms. The light language is expanding your spiritual understanding into the perfection of all experiences. It is opening your ability to flow with the natural laws of the universe. Wow. So I know that was lengthy, but I felt it necessary since it was the leading card. I won't go into that with the others. So, wow. In a nutshell, that's what's currently going on with some of the collective's energy right now. It's spiritual disillusionment, feeling less than, feeling afraid, feeling like other people can hurt you, harm you, control you, feeling victimized. It's going into victimhood right here, actually. Um, Feeling like you're at the whims of that. Now, I want to add a disclaimer. It starts on an energy level and conscious level first, right? So that's the frequency that's happening, which has created the realities that we're in. I hope this makes sense because I am fully aware that many of us are in 3D experiences that fosters and reinforce a feeling of the spiritual delusionment. I'm less than. I'm less than. I'm victimized by what I'm in. I'm living in something, right? So through that frequency, we have created that. So it's there. But the shift of it starts on a vibratory level and a conscious level that's going to assist with even making that different, if that makes sense. Okay. Even being able to, first of all, see it from another perspective, and from seeing it all from another perspective, then being able to co-create and manifest a whole nother ball game. Okay. That's basically what it's saying. Now with victimhood, I'm gonna hold this up. All right, so you guys can take a gaze at that. The Alliance is assisting us or you with releasing the frequency code of victimhood, and a lot of us probably carry this, whether we know it or not. This is where codependency is birthed. When we feel like we're victimized, when we have a deep seated, ingrained signature in our energy and our belief systems, we create these scenarios and experiences in the 3D that basically, as a mirror, reflects a feel and a sense of being. So the Orions is assisting what's going to help to shift the vibration and the frequency during this full moon is alchemizing that victimhood code. Okay. Sirius is initiating your courage now. Okay. Your courage to stand in your own truth, to let go of spiritual disillusionment, victimhood, right? Courage. And since uniqueness is at the bottom of the deck, courage to live in your uniqueness, courage to honor it, courage to dare to be different, courage to believe in yourself that you're not a victim. You're just as good as anybody else. You're not codependent on them. And they are not codependent on you, even if they are, but it's not your job to worry about that. But courage to live life on your terms and to realize that you deserve that, you're worthy of that, and you're good enough. You're good enough. You're good enough. You're good enough. It's spiritual disillusionment that makes us feel like we're not. It's belief systems, conditionings, and programs and influences that we've created from our pain, from our wounding, from our cash, our ancestry, our bloodline, our culture, yada, yada. From poor relationships that we have had, that makes us feel like we're not. But you are. So Sirius is here to give you that courage to activate it, okay? To release all that, get into neutrality so that you can raise your vibration from there and hone in on your uniqueness, okay? All right, so now let's move forward. Let's keep it pushing. What time is it? 40. All right. Come on, girl. We got to keep this pushing. Come on, Bray. Come on. Okay. All right. Now that we got those overall cards there for you and those activations, let's get some layers here. Just a couple. All right. Collective. Ice cream. Could we get some areas of light, perhaps? From the wisdom of night. Oh, okay. I'm already channeling. I feel it. Okay, so, ooh. Okay. Left side. Okay, left side. Some of you need to nurture yourself, or you're in pain. Or some kind of a pain or wound from lack of being cared for. Lack of being cared for, lack of nurture. It could be the mother wound, the mother principle, the mother archetype, the feminine archetype. Not being nurtured properly, not being loved properly. Yeah. Hold on. I'm thinking. Okay. Hold on. Ooh, slow it down. Just slow it down. When I channel, and I'm trying to learn how to gauge it and kind of steal it a little bit. For some of you, it's not just the lack of it. That's not what the core is. It's not just the lack. It's what you got was toxic. So it's almost like a combination of things. It's like for some, it was the lack of receiving that. And for others but what you got was off. It was twisted in some way. It was toxic in some way. Wow. Because it started aching. And then, but remedy is to go towards love of self. So some of you need to probably practice that a little bit more. What does it mean to really nurture oneself? What does it really mean? Not just going to buy the next coolest pair of jeans, okay? You know what I'm saying? Which is nothing wrong with it. But is that getting to the soul? You have many people, and I've been guilty of this in my life, just like anybody else. We got courage at the bottom of the deck here too with the high priestess of fire. Initially we really do be thinking that it starts with going to get our nails done. And I love all these things. You don't become a woman like me, girly girl of all girls. You know what I mean? And not love beauty, not love pretty things. Ooh, look at that new makeup palette. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, I like that. Ooh, look at that perfume. I love perfume. I love smells. Ooh, look at this perfume. Ooh, right? Which is all good. This is a part of honoring the body. But if we bypass the core, it's not going to do nothing for you. Many of us have gone round for round, and people with money and well-to-do would attest to this. Those are honest. Many of us have gone round for round, and we got virtually every toy you can buy. We got all the gadgets. We got all the latest makeup, the latest skincare. We got all the latest wigs. We got all the latest, you know what I'm saying? Latest outfits. I'm telling you. We got the latest technology, latest iPhone, latest this, latest that, latest car, latest house. And if honest, in the inside still feel like shit. Just saying. Don't believe the hype. I'm just saying. Because that's what we've been conditioned to believe. Media has reinforced that time and time again. Hence, this is commerce, all right? Business commerce. You get people to do shit and get shit and make them feel like they need shit, right? At the end of the day, that's all fine and dandy. That's not the answer to what's ailing the soul, right? So what is the nature of true self-nurture? What does that really look like? Self-nurture is also about how do you treat yourself? How do you talk to yourself? Internally and externally. When you make a mistake, what is your response to you? Are you a good friend to yourself? Are you showing up for yourself? Are you standing up for yourself? Are you honoring your intuition? And this is not to make us feel bad either, but we want to get to what self-nurture really looks like. Self-nurture also honors when you need rest. Self-nurture honors when you need time alone. Whether people understand it or not, whether people get it or not, people pressing and demanding something of you. Self-nurture knows when, hey, I'm at my max. I can't do this right now. Sorry. Can't do it right now. Right? Self-nurture is taking a bath and shower, on day whatever, when you've been exhausted and you didn't do it. And self-nurture is loving yourself and gaining that strength to say, I'm going to go and take a bath or shower, whatever you do, in honor to me, my temple, my person. I'm important. Right? Self-nurture is also trying to eat something healthy, drink better water. Right? Self-nurture is also knowing when environments have grown toxic for you. When the intuition is gauging you and saying, this is not good for you. This is not good for you. This is not good for you. It's time to back up, back up, back up. Right? Letting go of something that we're holding for dear life too. Because we think it's the end all be all to life. Right? Self-nurture is saying, no, if this is hurting me more than it's helping me, it's time to let it go. Without judgment. Right? All right. Thought I would share that because we throw these words around so loosely. Self-help, self-care, self-nurture. But what is that beyond going shopping? Okay. Let's see here. For spiritual disillusionment, we get some overall guidance, please and thank you. For the collective here, what has been affected by the spiritual disillusionment that the Orions is assisting with? What has been affected currently in this now by the spiritual disillusionment? There it is. Oh, wow. Whew. That's, whoa. Okay. And I just said that, and it's breaking down to a 5, which is change and challenge. Okay. So for many of you, what has been affected, spiritual disillusionment has caused denial. Denial. Look at this. Wow. It makes sense though. Because if there is a level of spiritual disillusionment, we're denying truth. We're denying a reality. We're denying who we are. We're denying how we really feel. We're denying to assess a situation for what it is when we're in spiritual disillusionment. Spiritual disillusionment will cause you to see roses where there are only thorns. Vice versa. Spiritual disillusionment will cause you to see thorns where there's actually roses. Trippy, isn't it? But it's all based on spiritual disillusionment. So some of you have been dealing with something in the now that's in your frequency that you're denying. You're in denial about. Not accepting something for what it is. Okay? Yep, at the bottom of the deck, vision. So your vision has been blurred a little. Some of you kind of got like the fantasy thing going on. And I say that because wishing is right behind it and invisible. So you feel invisible, you're wishing something to be different, and your vision is obscured. Okay. Wow. But see, what's funny about this to me is that acceptance that's going to allow it to like dissipate even before we take an action. Everything that is in the 3D started as a vibration, as a thought, as an emotion. So before we even take 3D action in terms of what we're denying, it starts on an energetic level first. Give yourself permission to even feel what it is. Wow, I am denying this about myself. I am in denial. Okay, let me sit with it. Let me just sit. I am trying to create and have these visions and fantasies about this situation, this person, this thing, or whatever. It's delusionment. It's disillusionment. It's not based in reality. It's not based in my higher truth here. I'm denying that this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? I'm just using that as an example because most people that be coming on here and be asking questions, even though I try to stay away from the love topic a lot, I do. But people be coming on here, they be having any love questions. So I know that I have a lot of people that watch. It's usually because it's about somebody, some motherfucker. Okay. Whether it's a guy or a girl, it's usually about some motherfucker, right? Or friend. It could be about a friend, a family member, but it's usually about something like that. So it's like sometimes we are in denial because we want something. And that spiritual disillusionment creates these illusions, if you will. Right? Interesting. Moving on. Victimhood as the goal here that Orion's is assisting with releasing. All right, could we get a message for that? Oh, snaps. What? Oh, okay. For victimhood, y'all got differences. Oh, shit. I mean, shoot. I love this card, though. It's so pretty. Just in case you're wondering, I actually love cats, okay? I love dogs too, but I'm kind of really inclined to cats. And I love cats. And look at this black one. They're both beautiful. So chill out before y'all start getting on my helmet. They're equally beautiful and valuable. But this black one is stunning. Look how piercing her eyes are. I love her. I don't even know if it's a girl, but she's so pretty. Okay, anyways. So victimhood. Many of you feel victimhood by what's different about you. Night and day. That's what's represented in this picture. Night and day. Different as night and day. Right? And so the differences in the treatment and the clashes, you feel like you have suffered because you're different. And when, most people are afraid of what's different. I want to say this for some of you, okay? So we can alchemize this victimhood. Most humans are operating off of a default system. We all come like that, but most are staying in that, okay? And they have their cultural conditioning, they have their societal conditioning, they have their ethnic conditioning, nationality conditioning, ancestral conditioning, yada, yada, right? And when people are so hardwired into that, people operate from a place of they fear what they don't know and understand. Okay? They fear what they don't know and understand. They fear what's different to them. And often what happens is when people are in a low frequency, they mistreat what's different to them. They label something as, they label something as bad or less than, okay? And if we've been around that enough, it has become in the energy field of feeling victimized by being different, by being unique, by being eccentric, right? Conflict as a result of I'm not like you, you're not like me. And instead of us understanding that we're still all one, different spectrums of energy here, embracing that difference, you feel like you have suffered because of it. Okay. So the goal is to embrace your differentness. Okay. Release the victimhood and embrace the power of it. Look at that stunning cat, that black cat. She's stunning. Look at that contrast. Think about this. What if the exact same cat was in this picture? Let's say the white one, there's a white one with blue eyes and there's a black one with these gold eyes, right? Let's say the other cat, they were both white with blue or both black with gold. It would be a cool picture. But to me, in my opinion, I like the contrast. Look at that stunning, sharp. It's beautiful. It represents diversity. It represents uniqueness to me. I think they're equally beautiful, but that contrast creates it. She's standing out. He's standing out. It'll be a very bland picture, in my opinion. I'm sorry. But everything being the same is bland to me. It's just bland. It's blank. It brings this contrast. So, but it's up to us to embrace that so we don't feel victimized from being different. Whether people get it or not. It ain't about people. It's about us releasing that victimhood and this understanding that basically people are just operating from a place of their conscious development and their cultural conditionings and their beliefs. If they're trying to mistreat you or judge you or label you in any way because you are different, that's on them. It's our job to heal the victimhood that we feel, the abuse that we've suffered, integrate it, and embrace being different, okay? And the Orions are assisting with that, clearing your vision of yourself. All right, courage. Oh, this is beautiful. The courage to see your own beauty. Card number 40, breaking down to a 4. Courage to see your own beauty and to see the beauty in diversity, to see the beauty in your experiences and your uniqueness. 4 represents foundation, restructuring the foundation, having courage to create a new foundation for yourself of your beauty, your worth, your value based on your truth, your higher truth, not the bullshit you inherited, not societal bullshit, not what's going around in your environment that you may be in. Okay? This is powerful. Courage to embrace your own beauty, to see your own beauty. And at the bottom, oh wow, forbidden. That's interesting. Okay. Forbidden is at the bottom. And many of you may feel like, that things that were good has been forbidden for you to have due to all the conditionings and norms and rules of life. You were forbidden. You may feel like you were forbidden to have anything good or You know what I'm saying? Because of you being different. So you were forbid, if that's the word, from experiencing life, right? Forbid from the beautiful things because you were different. Like that punishment energy, that punishment frequency, right? So the Orions and Ceres are assisting. Orions are assisting with the releasing, but Ceres is giving you courage to erase that and to embrace that there's nothing forbidden. And you are equally worthy and deserving of beauty and of greatness as anybody else. Okay. So you're letting go. See, I can't make it up. We got, wow. Okay, you guys, I can't make it up because you're summoning. So basically, you're designing yourself, goddammit. You're calling it in. Card number 13, that's a 4 again. You're calling it in because you're embracing your individuality now. Wow. I can't make it up. Hold on. Let me see. You're embracing your individuality. You're letting go. Perfect for the reading. Before we could rise, we need to release. You're letting go so that you can grow. You're letting it go. Letting go of anything that has kept you feeling spiritually disillusioned, that has kept you in denial, that has kept you in feeling victimhood because of differences, that has caused you to not embrace and honor your own beauty or to even see the beauty of your life experiences, right? Beautiful, beautiful reading. You are a badass. You are a badass, baby. Remember it, okay? Remember that. All right, let's keep it pushing. I gotta close this up. We're at an hour, I think, or over an hour, hour and a half. See if this is gonna work. Like team, could we get some assistance here in terms of the celestial body, cardinal points, elements? Yeah, that may be affecting. Astrologically speaking, man, this one, okay. For disillusionment and denial, what's the message? Disillusionment and denial. And the current energy, what's the message, please and thank you? Oops, sorry, you guys. Celestial body, Jupiter is what you got. Gosh, can you guys even see this? I wonder, or is it fuzzy? Okay. It says here, Jupiter, named after the Roman king of the gods. Jupiter is the largest solar system and rules business, growth, expansion, justice, and legal matters. Freedom and opportunity are associated with Jupiter, along with luck, good fortune, and fate taking a hand in your life and potentially redirecting you are on. Philosophy and the search for meaning, it falls under Jupiter. By drawing this card, you're invited to use the energy of Jupiter when practicing magic for luck and prosperity, wealth, money, employment, opportunities, expansion, growth, travel, and justice. So interesting that it came out with denial, maybe even denying your ability to produce, that disillusionment, causing self denial about what you have the capacity and potential to create in terms of those topics: wealth, success, good fortune, good luck, fairness, justice, right? That disillusionment. Interesting. Call on Jupiter, okay? Energy of Jupiter for that. Let's see. Victimhood, differences. Interesting. This is getting good for the collective. Season, summer. So something is about to happen. Okay, this victimhood, you got summer. It says, as the sun's power increases, the season ripens, and almost imperceptibly, spring becomes summer, the time of nature's bounty and abundance. Bounty and abundance. Summer is the season of relaxed and easy living to be enjoyed. It is ideal for rituals involving creativity, fertility, expansion, and growth. Summer is associated with creativity, but this does not necessarily need to equate to artistic ability. Instead, visualize the spirit of creation that flows through every one of us. This is the quintessential energy that we put into everything that we do. Interesting. Creativity. So, for victimhood and differences, visualize your creativity, call that in, birthing that regarding, releasing this feeling of I'm a victim to being different to I am creative. I'm creatively different, almost like rescripting it into something different. As to right now, it may have felt like, okay, well, it's always been this negative connotation to being different. It's always created this feeling of being victimized by it. But rewriting it to create something totally different. I am different, which makes me even a greater blessing. Because think about this, when something is common, just think about this as an example. We can go to a 99-cent store, we can go to the swap meet, we can go to, and I'm not downplaying or being negative, I'm just trying to bring an example. Things that are common to be found doesn't hold as much weight as something that is rare to be found. Okay. Hope this makes sense. Uniqueness and rarity usually costs more. It's usually held at a higher value, right? So perhaps rewriting our story in terms of, instead of staying in the victim, I'm a victim because I'm different, I'm a big, or I'm victimized, whatever. Shifting is like, actually, I'm a gift. I'm a gift. I hold high value. If you put me in a lineup, I'm not going to look like everything and everybody. Why? Because we all have unique signatures. The value of who you are, totality, who you are and what you bring. You may have something similar, but it ain't you, baby. It ain't you. I think I found a saying on Facebook, and it had, I want to say it was Keanu Reeves on there. And it said, you can always find someone prettier. You can always find somebody smarter. You can always find somebody younger, but you will never find someone else that is you. Sit with that. There's a value to you. It's only you hold it. So taking on this mindset may shift that victimhood. Like, well, I'm a prize, God damn it. I'm a prize. You can't get me out the lineup. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna find it. Not gonna find it. And anybody who's hurt you, they gonna one day realize it, trust me. Because that's the way the cookie crumbles. Hear what he said. You can always find someone prettier. You can always find someone smarter. You can always find someone younger. But you will never find someone else that is you. Sit with it. Sit with it. Ooh-wee. All right. And I'll even add to that, because it's all perception. It's in the eye of the beholder. I almost beg to differ. Because, what I'm saying? It's like, in terms of that first half of it, well, it depends on who's looking. Because to one person, prettier may be that, but to that other person, that's the prettier. So, or the smarter. You know what I mean? It's all our perception. But I think what the writer was just trying to say is that perception is shifty, it's fickle, it's ever changing. Everybody has a certain viewpoints, but at the end of the day, you can't be replicated. There's value to you. Okay, and that's something we gotta hold for ourselves. Like, there's value to me. Yeah, people can go off and choose this person to hire instead of you, but they ain't getting you. They're lost, baby. Or they can choose, or you can go, to a group, however you want to equate it. Whether it's a job, a group, a family, a situation, a romantic endeavor. Instead of the victimhood feeling, it's, well, they're lost at the end of the day. The value of you, right? That's powerful to me. That's powerful. Very powerful. Okay, so let's get this one here. Uranus is at the bottom. Courage and beauty. Please and thank you. The advice here. Your courage. The guidance, I'm sorry. Interesting. Cardinal points of the compass, the west. Okay, this is what you guys got. With courage and beauty, the west. Let me see. The right side, west, masculine energy. Hold on. It says, journeying around the magic circle, the west represents the time of day when the sun sets and the annual from summer to autumn. The power of the west is the maturity of the adult. Okay, I see maturity. The maturity of the adult. It is consolidation and strength, where the fruits of an endeavor can be harvested, reaping maturity. It is also the time to look within, a time for self examination and reflection, allowing transformation of the experience into knowledge or matter into spirit. West is the direction to work with when you need to take stock and evaluate a situation. It is a time for self evaluation and careful consideration as you prepare for a new action. This is perfect for this full moon release. Hence, its association with the qualities of introspection. So, being guided to go within regarding courage and beauty and look at your experiences and look at what has formed your fear or your current obscured view of beauty. And doing that, allowing that expansion, that growth, that transformation to take place, looking at the experience as growth, looking at it as, what did it say here? The power of maturity, maturing of the adult. So looking at seasons of your lives where, maybe these were just seasons you went through to get to maturity, how you viewed it then versus how you're growing into. Because we change, we're always changing. When we refuse to, it's almost like you get a Peter Pan energy or a stuck energy where it's like you're still looking at shit the same way you did when you were 13. You're still viewing things the way you did when you were 20. You're still looking at beauty in that same way. And maybe there's a time of expansion that's needed, but it requires going within. Okay, going deep. And that's what this full moon is doing for most of us. It's stirring up all the emotions, stirring up all that stuff. Okay, so wow, let me keep it pushing. And then at the bottom, we got the element of water. So many of you do need to work with water. That's all about the emotion and subconscious. It says here, wow, wow. Remember that water is cleansing and essential to life. It is an element of purification and healing. This can take the form of healing counsel, leading to emotional release. So, counsel, getting counsel if needed, sweeping away false, stale feelings. We just talked about it, and inducing us to face the truths about ourselves. Powerful, man. Oof. If we embrace this has potential. Like I said in that reading, it has potential to be very what they call it, cathartic, like a catalyst to like immense change. You know, if we capitalize on it and not squander it away, right? It's very potent moon energy right now. Okay, let's get you a chakra card and then your healing oracle, and we're done. You can do it. All right, spiritual disillusionment, denial, and Jupiter, please. What's the guidance? Or should we just do one? I'll just do one. Overall, light team, what is the guidance from Chakra of Wisdom? Oh, they gave y'all 3 at once, and it's all sacral chakra. Oh my God. They gave y'all 3 at once, all sacral chakra, which is the second chakra under the belly button. And this is a water element. Okay. So we got, these are the ones that came out. We have sexuality. I am a mentor, not a rescuer. And then abundance. Sexuality. I am a mentor, not a rescuer. Abundance. Wow. So for the second chakra, water element, the mantra is VAM, VAM, VAM. It says here, I honor and respect my sexuality, and I allow the natural flow of my feelings. I acknowledge that sexual thoughts and feelings will arise, and I release unnecessary guilt regarding sex. Okay, so that's the spiritual disillusionment too. You know, we got conditioning around sex, and often we are suppressing like some guilt and shame. It says here, I open to the positive sexual feelings coming to me from others. Positive, hear this out, not toxic, codependent. That's another video. Positive sensual feelings coming to me from others. At the same time, I keep my sexual activities well directed. Yeah, baby. And in balance. Yeah, because creative force comes from the sacral. So we don't want to give it away lightly. Lesson I've had to learn, trust and believe. Okay. So the next one is I am a mentor, not a rescuer. And there's another big pill I had to swallow. I'm a mentor. I ain't a rescuer. I avoid continually sacrificing. Ooh, hear it. Hear it. I avoid continually sacrificing my own happiness for others by rescuing and enabling them, as doing this may hinder personal growth for both of us. I choose not to be a martyr. That's the victimhood. Oh, this is good. Oh, my light team is on point. Like, oh, yeah. I am a mentor, not a rescuer. I do not assume that everyone wants my opinions and solutions to their life's challenges. And if I am in doubt, I'll ask them. But I take responsibility for my own happiness. Mine. Boom. All right. And lastly, we have abundance. Sacral chakra energy. I am worthy. God damn it. I am worthy. And I deserve an abundance of anything that I require. I watch my thoughts to ensure, I watch my thoughts to ensure that I am honoring and I am respecting myself. I honor myself by knowing that I am worthy to receive. Look at, oh my God. When I started channeling in this reading, the left side hit, and the message was, it was a lack of receiving. Hear this good. We gotta walk away from situations that is excessive giving out, but you're not receiving. Okay. And what you're receiving is more toxic than healthy. Ooh-wee. Ooh, baby. I am open to receive now. I remind myself that it is a sign of strength to ask for help and when you need to. Now, with caution, because you have to assess your environment of who you're asking for help from, because not everybody is in the frequency to be able to help you in a healthy way. Okay, and what I mean by that is when people are low vibration, they may have some toxic tendencies to the source of help that they provide for you. If they can't help you lovingly and unattached and without trying to bully you or control you, then you don't want it. If it don't sit right, if it kind of has a ding at your person, at who you are, and comes with all of these attachments and conditionings and all this stuff that causes you to have to self-sacrifice who you are and all this other stuff, it ain't worth it. Just trust me when I tell you that, okay? It ain't worth it. It's unhealthy because it's still manipulation. It's still fear and ego-based, and a person using their control and power and resources, in the wrong way. Okay? Hence why a whole lot of people are in COVID relationships. I'm just saying. Anyway. Moving on. Okay. It's called codependency. Let's do it. Let's see here. I know people are going to be mad at this statement, but do it for what it is. All right. Let's see here. All right. And I knew it was going to come down to that throat. Wow. All right, you guys. Let's wrap you up. Light team, could we get a healing energy oracle? Just one, light team. We just need one. Something for the collective to meditate on as they shift their frequency to get into neutrality, as they release spiritual disillusionment, as they release victimhood, as they release denial and feeling like an outcast, raising that vibration to courage, embracing all that is beautiful about themselves, and one affirmation that can help them overall to get into neutrality, to get them into neutrality. Please and thank you. One affirmation that could assist the collective in getting into neutrality. Wow. Okay. I couldn't have chose it better. Can you guys see it? Hopefully. This is activated as well. Learning to love myself is perfect for this reading. All right. As I choose to see the beauty in me. Beauty was right here. Under courage, remember? I choose to see the beauty in me. My wealth lies in my nature, who you are, and my potential. I transform weaknesses into strengths, taking your failures, your vulnerabilities. It's a superpower. I think I did a little clip on that some while ago. The suffering we've gone through, the pain, the afflictions people tried to put onto us that we've experienced is a superpower when we're able to shift it into something beautiful and a blessing. Okay. I transform my weaknesses into strengths. I realize that I am a being of light and I allow myself to shine. I allow myself to shine. No matter who is made uncomfortable, it's not our job to worry about that. We got to alchemize all the abuse or whatever we have taken on and absorbed. I allow myself to shine. I own my own weaknesses. I alchemize them. I neutralize them. I develop. My wealth is in who I am and my potential. I choose. I choose. That tells us that it is a choice. I choose to see the beauty in me. Yes. So since we asked what will help to get you into neutrality, taking a moment after you do all that releasing, choosing, setting an intention to see your beauty, asking for your guides, God, source, your team to assist you with seeing your beauty, saying, listen, I want to be in love with myself, not in an egotistical way, but I want to see the value in me. I want to see the beauty in me. I give intention to let go of the old, to disintegrate the projected energy and attacks on my beauty. I choose to see the beauty in me. And as you guys do this, as you do all this release, right, things will start to shift. From that place, love of self, then you increase your frequency, you increase your vibration, because you certainly want to increase experiences from a place of love of self. You want to increase that reflection and reality in your 3D, but it's going to have to start here. And before we get here, it's a lot of release that is going on. So we can get into neutrality. And then from there, learning to love ourselves, see our own beauty and value, so that we can co-create more experiences to reflect that. Because our experience is a mirror. And when we say it's a mirror, it's not saying that you are the darkness. It's saying that there are things that are in your field that you may deeply feel about yourself that is causing you to keep recreating the toxicity. It's not to say that you are them, it's to say that there's something in your energy, whether it be self-hatred or whatever. So when we stay in that energy, we just keep recreating experiences subconsciously that people are reflecting hatred towards us. They're reflecting jealousy towards us. They're reflecting, all that stuff, which comes from abuse. This is why it's the inner child healing stuff. I can't even talk about it all in this video, okay? But it's energy. All right. So anyway, I hope that this serves you guys when you come on here this super full moon. Happy super full scorpionic moon. Roll with the punches, y'all, and the energy. Try to stay grounded as you can. Try to stay neutral as you can. Try to not get into no fights with folks and petty arguments. And as best you can, try to stay out of it. Just breathe through it. Try to create you a sanctuary, a nice little space and environment. You know what I'm saying? With your intentions and your focus and all that. Do it. All right? Do it for you. It not only benefits you, but it benefits those that are closest to you. Okay? All right. Till next time, I'll talk to you guys another day, another hour. I send you guys love and light. All right? Everything is energy. Balance is going to be our key and goal. Right? Let's do this. We're learning to what? Love ourselves, live for ourselves, honoring ourselves, being true to ourselves, because even though we are one, at the end of the day, we're having individualized experience in a reality, and we are with ourselves. Hugs and kisses. We'll talk to you guys next time. Love and light. Namaste.